What's up guys, Shams11, this is my E3 vlog part 2. We've just had Xbox come out and they have absolutely smashed it. Tons to get through, so I'm going to be really quick. They opened the conference with Halo 5 Guardians coming out this holiday. We saw some gameplay of it and it looks stunning. Absolutely gorgeous looking. You were playing as Locke. And you had a little squad. There was Buck, Vale, Tanaka. You seem to be able to order them around, tell people to revive, split up, go there, that sort of thing. The clip ends with kind of Locke looking like he's being killed. So how does he get out of that one? Where does the story go? Who knows? But they are hunting down the Master Chief, trying to stop him. So pretty cool. We saw a new weapon, the Plasma Caster. It fires these little bouncy blue balls of plasma that seems to do damage as they bounce along, but it seemed to have a secondary function, an alternative fire, if you like. So maybe that's a new thing. The only other thing I noticed was it looked very much COD Advanced Warfare. You could do these double jumps, dash through the air, slam to the ground, exactly the same as AW, so a bit odd. And we saw a new plane that you could actually pilot as well. Next up, there was Warzone, which is going to be playable at E3, so expect lots of footage over the next couple of days. This was basically player versus player, red versus blue, big team battle, but with aliens, AI aliens. Unbelievable. It looked absolutely epic. You were fighting absolutely everything. It reminded me a little bit of Titanfall, but in a good way. So that was pretty cool. Next up, we had quite a big deal that no one really picked up on. They've got the team that made Metroid Prime. Wow. Another Xbox One exclusive, a game called ReCore. Basically, you're this girl walking around in a very desolate world. She's got a little dog with this blue orb in the middle of it that keeps it alive. The dog explodes, killing all these enemies that are attacking her, but she picks up the orb, puts it back in the robot, and it comes alive. And at the end of the clip, we see like loads of different robots walking along with these blue cores inside. So it looks really, really good. Then they dropped the huge 2 bombs. Backwards compatibility is coming to Xbox One. At the moment, it's limited to a certain amount of titles, but they're going to be adding over 100 up until Christmas, and they're going to keep adding up to 100 a month, up to. At the moment, there's a list of 18 that are available immediately, either via disc or digital. What's amazing with these games is that you keep your game score, you keep your progress, but what's really, really cool is you can play against people on the 360. So if you're playing, I don't know, Halo 4 on your Xbox One, not Master Chief Collection, but on the backwards compatibility, 360 players can play with you. So obviously you can talk to them. So that's absolutely fantastic. And then they dropped the Elite controller. The Elite controller was fully customizable. Paddles, buttons, D-pads, sticks, they all moved. They had the paddle buttons on the back, which is what pro gamers use. Instead of pressing the thumb buttons, your thumb never leaves the stick now. It's all done on the buttons on the back. They're all customizable, exchangeable. At the moment, that's looking at $149 in America, which is probably going to be at least 130 quid over here. But you're looking at a third-party one cost about 150 quid, so it makes sense and it's official. Then we went back to Bethesda. They gave more on Fallout 4. We saw more playing. We saw the mech suit minigun. We saw this monster called the Deathclaw run out and attack us. And what's really, really cool, the big announcement they made was that any mods made on the PC version of Fallout 4 can be played on Xbox One. Wow, that is a first, so that's a huge deal. Then EA Access came out. Titanfall is now available on EA Access. About time. If you haven't played Titanfall, just go and get it. It's free if you've got EA Access. And they've announced Dragon Age Inquisition will be coming later this year as well. And most importantly, while E3 is running all this week, you can get EA Access for free. For 1 week, you can play all 12 games on there as much as you want. You keep the gamer score, you can play online, everything. Absolutely amazing. Then we had the big announcement of Plants vs. Zombies 2. This looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to cover this a little bit more in the EA reveal, but this looks absolutely superb. Oh, here we go. After that, we had Forza 6, the Ford GT, another Xbox One exclusive. This is coming out September the 15th. 15th. We then saw Dark Souls 3. We saw the world premiere reveal from Bandai Namco. Then we saw The Division. We found out that it is going to be an RPG shooter game, and basically that the people were infected by some sort of virus is what we found out. We saw some more gameplay. Looks absolutely stunning, still right up there on my top list. Then we had Le Roux du Toc from Ubisoft came out and announced that there will be the Division beta will be exclusive to Xbox One in December, on other platforms later. Rainbow Six Siege was shown October the 13th, and what's really cool with Rainbow Six Siege is you get Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 for free in there. Wow. After that, it was the Idea Xbox. Guys, if you don't know what that is, it's the independent developers, indie games as they used to be called. We saw gigantic Cuphead, Rise and Shine, an Army Men looking game, Solus, Westerado, love Westerado, Outward, a new improved Goat Simulator, Super Hot, Ark. They're all coming. There were tons. I couldn't write them all down quick enough. We then saw Tacoma, Ashen, an Xbox One exclusive. Beyond Eyes is an Xbox One timed exclusive. We saw Cuphead, an Xbox One exclusive. Cuphead looks amazing. It's a shooter based on like a 1930s cartoon. Imagine sort of Steamboat Willie era Mickey Mouse, that sort of thing. But it was a shooter. It looked crazy. We then found out there's going to be this thing called Free Trial. It's basically the Steam Early Access. I'm sure you all know of this. You've heard of it. If you have Steam, you can play games in their alpha and beta stages. That will be coming to Xbox One, and it will be free. You can try all the games for free, and then after that you can decide whether you want to jump in at a discounted price early or if you want to wait and see how it works out. This little bit of hair here, look at that. That is doing my nutting. Okay, so after that we saw various things including Ion, and then we also saw DayZ. DayZ is coming to Xbox One. It is not a PS4 exclusive. It is coming to Xbox One. It will be, in theory, with us on early release within a year. Then we saw Rise of Tomb Raider. Just looked absolutely gorgeous. She was struggling through the snow. She was doing ice climbing, but it looked really good. The wading through the snow looked really realistic. She is very agile getting up that ice wall. Wow. But so pleased that is a timed exclusive to Xbox. We then heard really exciting, a game called Rare Replay. It's to celebrate 30 years of Rare. It is 30 Rare games. There will be, it's $30. Hopefully that translates over here. I mean, you're looking at 30 quid. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cheaper, maybe 25. Amazingly, it's got 10,000 G and is coming out August the 4th. So not long at all, including on there. You've got Conquest Bad Fur Day. You've got Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. You've got Perfect Dark. Wow. We then saw Sea of Thieves, which looks a bit cartoony, but it looked like a massively multiplayer online pirate game. We saw pirate ships going off with lots of different players on, fighting other pirate ships with lots of other players. So that looks amazing. I'm nearly there. I'm getting there, onto my last page. We then saw more about Fable Legends. This will be Xbox One and PC exclusive and can cross-play. So if you're playing on PC, you can play against people on Xbox One and vice versa. We then heard about the Oculus Rift. All Oculus Rift are going to come with an Xbox One controller. There are going to be many Xbox One games that will work, but not straight out. You can't just plug an Oculus straight into an Xbox One. It will basically be a PC streaming Xbox One games will then be usable with the Oculus Rift. So you need a gaming PC, you need an Xbox One, Oculus Rift, but it will be there. We then saw quite possibly the biggest mind-blowing thing I've seen. HoloLens came out, all this talk of Oculus Rift, and the guys were playing two of the most irritating people in the world. One of them had just a Barry Kripke off of Big Bang Theory. He had a stupid lisp voice, and the other girl just, she'd been on helium and smack. She needed one too. And they started playing Minecraft, and basically we saw her point of view where he was just looking at a wall, and then we saw his point of view through this special camera, and he had Minecraft playing up on this wall in front of him. And then when he was bored of that, well, not bored, moved on to the next thing, he turned to a little table next to him, and he brought his world in 3D, came up. He could zoom in, he could zoom out, he could pick stuff up, he could fire lightning bolts down, he could lift the world up and see all the dungeons underneath. Absolutely mind-blowing. Wow. We then went on to and ended with Gears of War. We're looking August 25th for the Gears of War remake. There is a public beta available now, except it's completely broken Xbox Live. And then Gears of War 4 is coming holiday 2016. We saw some footage, 2 brand new characters, quite likeable characters actually, male and female. We saw them running around killing stuff. It just looks like Gears of War, but next gen. It looked absolutely stunning. Overall, everyone that came on stage and spoke was good, other than our 2 Minecraft friends. Everyone else was very eloquent. It was well structured. It was very fast paced. It was absolutely stunning, and I was really very, very pleased with 99% of everything I saw there. It's a good time to be an Xbox One gamer. It's about time we've had some games to actually be excited about, and I think this is it. Bearing in mind we'll have all your Assassin's Creeds and your FIFAs and your sports games coming out, your yearlies, your CODs, your Battlefield stuff coming out as well. So we still got all of that to come. And of course, bearing in mind this is only 50% because they've already said that the other half they're going to bring out at Gamescom, and there may even be a few surprises at Eurogamer later in the year. So overall, wow, what have we got? Backwards compatibility, a new controller. We've got Gears of War, we've got stuff with Oculus Rift, we've got stuff with HoloLens, we've got Halo 5 Guardians, we've got a ton of ID at Xbox games coming out, and they're still supporting that really strongly. There's going to be a lot of that coming, which is cool. We've heard of new ISPs. Bethesda have blown my mind in all honesty with Fallout. That's really impressed me. EA Access, even they weren't that annoying. They came out and offered some really good things. We very briefly heard from Ubisoft. Couldn't be happier. Absolutely brilliant. Really good E3. Next up, we've just had EA. I'm struggling a little bit with EA because Twitch died. And then we've got more tonight. It is currently just, well, about 10:30, 11 I'm recording this. I've got another one at 11 o'clock, another one at 2 AM. So plenty to write down, plenty to record. Stick with me. This is vlog number 2. Thank you ever so much for watching. Till next time.